opens up the airway, absolutely. Now, another second reason, which is just as important, if not more important, if they vomit, the vomit will come out. Okay? If they're on the back, what happens? They vomit, it goes into the airway, they die. Right? Okay, so one more thing I want to say before we go on the break. Very important. I notice no matter how many times people are taking the first aid course, they're not really aware of this, maybe because other first aid instructors didn't emphasize this. Actually, two things. Number one, remember primary survey, ABC, airway, breathing, and circulation, right? So you check for breathing. If no breathing, immediately 30 compressions, 2 breaths, 30 compressions, 2 breaths until the paramedics come. If they are breathing, the rapid body survey, they look for bleeding. If bleeding, direct pressure. All right. However, what if you're in a situation where the person is not breathing? Immediately 30 compressions, 2 breaths. However, what about circulation? I mean, do you skip that part, or do you how does that work? And I noticed that people were never really taught by other first aid instructors. Here's what you do, okay? Once you start doing this, you ignore circulation. The reason is because B takes higher priority than C. You cannot be doing the chest compressions and do 2 breaths. You cannot be doing CPR and then checking for bleeding. You can't be doing 2 things properly at the same time. So we want you to focus the breathing, because breathing is higher priority. With that said, you're going to ask bystanders. Remember I told you? Very important to get bystanders involved. As you are doing this, oh, can somebody help me? I need help. Can somebody help me check for blood? I'm worried he may be bleeding. Can somebody help me? So you're going to get bystanders involved. However, if there are no bystanders, ignore circulation, because breathing, higher priority. And the second thing that I notice people are not really aware of is vomiting. Very, very bad. Now, when we're sleeping, all of a sudden we have something stuck in our throat, we do this. Unconscious person or person having a seizure cannot cough. You just cannot. What happens to an unconscious person or person having a seizure is, should they vomit, goes back to the airway, they die immediately. So vomiting takes the highest priority. A, B, C, don't worry about airway, don't worry about breathing, don't worry about circulation. If you notice any type of indication the person's vomiting, exactly, whether it's food, foam, liquid, if you see any indication, stop your CPR, stop your rapid body survey, immediately recovery position, tilt the head up, let the vomit come out, and that's all you can do. Nothing else you can do for the person, okay? Because if the person is vomiting and you ignore it, you continue with your CPR, you're going to make it much worse. Okay? So again, vomiting takes the highest priority. Any signs of the person vomiting, and again, I want to emphasize, you will not see the casualty do this. Unconscious person cannot. All you see is maybe food or foam or even liquid coming out of the mouth. As soon as you see that, highest priority. Stop everything, recovery position, tilt the head up, let the vomit come up, wait for the ambulance. Okay, so any questions? All right, so if no questions, why don't we take a break? 15 minutes, 10:40. So So that's the official time, but if I see everybody back here sitting doing nothing, then I will start the class, which means we